Jake, there was a game recently, I can't remember which one, where Coach Bennett and some of your teammates both said that they were urging you to shoot more when you were open. What effect, did that have any effect on you going forward?
I don't think so. I mean, they've been telling me that all year. And so it's kind of one of those things that you just get used to hearing and stuff. And then, I don't know, at some point you kind of got to look yourself in the mirror and go, okay, that's probably my role, is to shoot the ball more. And so I think that, and then just seeing that first one go in is always nice and kind of gives you the confidence to keep shooting and keep shooting.
Jake, we've talked a lot about you having to play the 5 early on there and kind of being out of position, this being more natural for you.
Mm-hmm.
This might sound silly, but did it take a game or two to get back into the flow of playing your more natural position?
Yeah, I mean, I think so a little bit for sure. You know, when you're guarding the 5, you're in so many ball screens that, like, defensively, that's all you're worrying about. But, I mean, today in the 4, I barely guarded any ball screens. And so I think getting used to it defensively and then offensively as well, just, you know, having to move more, whether that's in 3-game or set better screens.
You know, I had a couple meetings, you know, player meetings, like a little bit of coaches in there, but, you know, we kind of said this was on us. You know, I said this kind of looked like my sophomore year. Like, we were just winning games, losing games, and we kind of just went about it. But, you know, we still have the chance now to turn it around, and I think the guys, since that point, you know, the energy's been different, intensity at practice to walk through. I think everything is just, you know, took it up a notch and it's showing.
Hey, Reece, you guys have kind of lived in the top 10 the entire time you've been here, except for this year. A lot of transition, new players leaving. What's it been like for you trying to kind of lead them back to where you're used to being?
You know, it's just a challenge that I'm, you know, looking to do. That's kind of a reason I came back to school, was to lead these guys, and, you know, and have another opportunity to have Virginia in the top of the standing. So, you know, it's still a long season. You know, we got much to improve, but I like how we're trending in the right direction.
I know you've been through this drill, but do you start paying attention to the net, the quad one, the projections of Brett? Do you start thinking, like, because Clemson is a huge one for you guys, do you, as a kind of more veteran guy who understands the process, do you start thinking about that stuff?
I mean, I don't look too much into it. I know that would be a big game for us. But, yeah, I tell the guys, like, before the game, we're playing for something, you know. And I do know, as in right now, I don't know if we're in the tournament, but, you know, we're playing each game, you know, win or loss. But, you know, at the end of the day, in the back of the head, we know that we're still trying to achieve that goal.
Jeff.
Reece, you've come in here after a number of games and been asked about Isaac's shooting from the outside. What were your thoughts on Jake's shooting today, and what was it like being out there feeding him?
Oh, it was great. I know he hit his second 3, and he turned around to the bench and celebrated. I was like, okay, he's gonna be on fire for the rest of the game. So I feel like we did a great job, you know, finding him when he's open, getting him open looks, and, you know, he knocked it down. That was big for us today. So, yeah.
Jake, I think he's referencing that second 3, you turn around and kind of threw a punch through midcourt, through the air. Are you normally a big celebrate your 3, or was there something in that shot that you knew was going to be a big night?
I wouldn't say I usually celebrate unless I hit a couple in a row, but yeah, I mean, I'll get fired up a little bit if I go on those little runs.
Yeah, Jake, just defensively tonight, compared to the last time out against Notre Dame, you guys forced more turnovers, had more block shots. What did you think was the difference?
Well, I mean, to start, I think they're a really good team. But I think we came in here with the right mindset. I mean, the way we practice every day is just tough-nosed, hard defense, Virginia defense. And so that was one of those things that I thought we did a good job of kind of setting the tone early and making them take tough shots and really just sticking with it, cleaning the ball up on the glass and making them take and make those tough shots if they're going to beat us.
Okay, Mike. Jake, you heard my question to Reece, but in terms of the big picture, obviously when you came here, playing in the NCAA tournament was something you wanted to get done. Do you kind of stay aware of what Saturday would mean, where you guys are, what you need to accomplish?
Yeah. I mean, I think the NCAA tournament's, like Reece said, it's always in the back of our mind. You know, regardless of where we are right now, I think we're starting to hit our stride and play without a doubt, our best basketball of the season right now. And so going into Clemson Saturday, I'm assuming it's a quad 1 road game. So it's a big one for us. I think it's, kind of on our job a little bit to get the guys ready for that through a couple days of prep and then be fired up going into the game Saturday.